Imagine stepping into a jet that has been in more than 100 real air-to-air battles and never lost a single one. A fighter so dominant that pilots whisper its name with a mixture of awe and fear. A jet programmed for one mission and one mission only. Absolute air supremacy. This is the story of the F-15 Eagle, the undefeated king of the skies. Welcome to the Time Vault. Some aircraft earn reputations. This one earned a legacy, with an unmatched 100-0 air-to-air record. The F-15 didn't just rewrite the rules of air combat, it established new ones. Today, we're unlocking the story behind the Eagle, how it was born, how it dominated, and why. Even 50 years after its first flight, it's still feared around the world. Let's open the vault. The 1960s were a wake-up call for the United States Air Force. American pilots in Vietnam were discovering something frightening. Superior technology didn't always guarantee victory. The US entered the war confident in radar missiles, believing the era of classic dogfighting was over. But that assumption nearly cost them dearly. Soviet-built fighters like the nimble MiG-17 and MiG-21 proved that maneuverability and pilot skill were still decisive. American jets, built heavy and optimized for long-range missile combat, found themselves struggling in close quarters. The Air Force realized they needed more than an interceptor or a strike jet. They needed an aircraft that could do one thing with absolute certainty: win every single airfight. So in 1967, the US laid out the most aggressive fighter requirement in its history. The new jet had to outclimb, outturn, and out-accelerate everything. It had to carry more weapons, fly farther and faster, and destroy any enemy before they even knew it was there. By 1969, McDonnell Douglas's concept emerged victorious. On July 27, 1972, the prototype took to the skies. Test pilots came back from the first flights repeating one phrase: "This thing is a monster." The F-15 Eagle was born. So what makes the F-15 so special? First, its twin F-100 engines generate so much power that the F-15 has a thrust-to-weight ratio greater than 1:1. That means it can accelerate straight upward. This wasn't just impressive, it was game-changing. Its massive and APG-63 radar gave it long-range detection and the ability to track multiple targets, turning the Eagle into a hunter long before its opponents appeared on their own scopes. Pilots loved the bubble canopy, which gave them almost 360-degree sit-up priceless advantage in a dogfight, and the weapons load was incredible. The Eagle could carry a mix of Sparrows, Sidewinders, and later AMRAAM missiles, plus a deadly Vulcan cannon. It could fight on its terms: long, medium, or near range. Every detail served one goal: to ensure the pilot always had the advantage. The F-15 saw combat for the first time in 1979, and from the very first engagement, it showed the world exactly who ruled the air. On June 27, 1979, Israeli F-15s shot down Syrian MiGs in a series of engagements that shocked global military analysts. During one famous battle, Israeli Eagles downed a large formation of enemy aircraft without losing a single jet. From that moment on, the F-15 became legendary. Throughout the 1980s, the Eagle continued its undefeated streak across numerous conflicts. This wasn't luck, this was engineering. The F-15's defining moment came in 1991, the Gulf War. Coalition forces faced a large Iraqi air force equipped with MiG-29s, MiG-23s, and Mirage F-1s. But the moment the war began, it was clear who owned the sky. F-15s flew the majority of air-to-air missions and scored an overwhelming number of kills. They downed Iraqi fighters before they could even engage, hunted aircraft deep inside enemy territory, and cleared the skies for strike aircraft. The most famous engagement occurred when US F-15s shot down 5 Iraqi jets in minutes. By the end of the war, the F-15 dominated the scoreboard: 32 confirmed air-to-air victories, 0 losses. The Eagle had just delivered one of the most lopsided air victories in modern history. The F-15's toughness became legendary on one unbelievable day in 1983. An Israeli F-15 pilot collided mid-air with another jet during a training mission. The explosion tore an entire wing off the F-15, but instead of ejecting, the pilot fought to control the jet. Stabilizing it with pure engine power and instinct, he managed to keep the aircraft airborne, fly 10 miles, and land at over 260 miles per hour, even using the afterburner as a brake to stop. The story spread across the world: a fighter flying and landing with one wing. Impossible, unless you were flying an F-15. The original F-15A gave birth to a dynasty. The F-15C added a more powerful radar and improved avionics, becoming the ultimate air-to-air weapon most responsible for that undefeated record. Then came the F-15E Strike Eagle. This was a new type of fighter, capable of deep strike missions with a heavy precision weapons load. It could fight its way into a target, destroy it, and fight its way out again. Even today, a brand new Eagle is entering service. The F-15EX adds state-of-the-art radar, advanced electronic warfare, and an extreme payload capacity. The Eagle refuses to fade. So why has the F-15 never lost? There are 5 key reasons. Situational awareness. Its radar lets pilots see first, track first, and shoot first, Raw power. Twin engines give it unmatched acceleration and climb. Maneuverability. Despite its size, the Eagle turns like a lightweight fighter. Pilot training. The US and its allies maintain world-class training programs. And finally, survivability. The F-15 can take damage, keep fighting, and get home. All these factors combine into a single outcome. You don't beat an Eagle. Even legends have weaknesses. The F-15 is expensive to maintain, and it's not a stealth aircraft, so its radar signature is larger than newer designs. Many airframes are over 30 years old, requiring significant upgrades. But despite these limitations, the F-15 consistently outperforms aircraft designed decades after it. That's not normal. That's special. Today, the F-15 continues to fly for more than half a dozen countries, serving in homeland defense, long-range strike, and interception roles. Even in the age of the F-35 and F-22, the Eagle still has a role no other aircraft can fully replace: sheer overwhelming air dominance. The F-15 Eagle didn't become a legend by chance. It earned its throne through unmatched performance, relentless engineering, and a combat record that defies belief. From the deserts of the Middle East to the darkest skies of the Cold War, the Eagle has soared above every challenger. It is more than a fighter jet. It is a symbol of power, precision, and the unbroken pursuit of superiority. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest war machines, make sure you subscribe to the Time Vault. More legends are waiting. Until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon.